So excited to do this video that, as you can see, I didn't even had the patience to wait until I make myself look like a Victoria's Secret model, an angel, because in this video I will share with you one of my most amazing experiences that I lived, which is to work out and have the diet personalized for me of a Victoria's Secret model. This happened in 2016, and unlike all the other videos that people maybe research things from Victoria's Secret models, I actually went to New York and trained with the Victoria's Secret model Adriana Lima and other amazing models trainer Michael Olajide Jr, and I went to the nutritionist of Adriana Lima at that time and other Hollywood star and Victoria's Secret models, Dr Charles Passler. And these are the proofs. So here is me with Adriana Lima at Aerospace, and here's me with Michael Olajide Jr in 2016. And these were the results, but you're gonna see the results. You're gonna see it along this video. You have to watch and stay with me till the end if you want to find out if it was worth it, if I would recommend it to you. And I'm gonna put timestamps. I'm gonna write in the description of the videos the timing where I start talking about just the diet, just the workout, both of them, and then the benefits that I got from this 30 days of dieting and working out hardcore like a Victoria's Secret model, and not like any model but like Adriana Lima, when she had to lose a lot of weight super fast and get in her best shape after she gave birth. And I'm very excited. Just gonna go and make myself look like a Victoria's Secret model. I'm gonna come and show you here visually all the food that I was eating, an example of one day and the structure of the 30 days, and I'll share with you all the details as well about the workouts. So excited to share everything with you. Victoria's Secret angel makeup done by me with my own skills, and I wanted to show you to see that I am actually legit, and everything that I'm saying is exactly what happened. This is the email in 2016 about this time from Dr. Charles Passler, between me and Dr. Charles Passler, when he was telling me the serving size and everything else that you're gonna see now very soon, the whole food and everything that I was eating and supplements that I was taking during these 30 days. And as I said, everything was personalized for me, so it's not just a random I ate like Adriana Lima exactly what she ate, because that's for her. So I'm telling you what me, Christina, as a normal person ate and how I exercised, and you'll see the results that I've got as a Victoria's Secret model in 2016, which was 10 years ago. And as I said, yeah, you'll see if I would recommend it to you. And good news, I'm gonna make also another video, diet and exercise as a fit model athlete, and what I'm currently doing 10 years later, and that's gonna be super interesting as well. Victoria's Secret model hair bombshell ready, as my t-shirt says as well. So are you ready to find out what did I eat during a day? After I went to Dr. Charles Passler, the nutritionist of Adriana Lima, that time in around 2016, that's when I went. And I have to tell you that my plan was mainly general, in terms of like, okay, what do I eat for breakfast, lunch and dinner, and what are my snacks. And I had different types of food, so macronutrients from which I could choose from. So it wasn't like you need to eat specifically this food. I had carbohydrates, protein and fats that I could choose from, a list of each. And for each meal, breakfast, lunch and dinner, I had to choose for breakfast and lunch one portion of carbohydrates, one portion of protein, one portion of oil, and as supplements I had to take omega-3s and also magnesium. And then for dinner was the time where I had no carbs. So for dinner was just 1 portion of protein, 1 portion of good oils. And also I forgot to mention, very important, for each meal, breakfast, lunch and dinner, I had to eat 1 cup of vegetables, preferably green vegetables, so not root vegetables, because root vegetables like butternut squash, sweet potato are considered carbs, starches. So to show you an example of 1 day of eating as a Victoria's Secret model, first thing in the morning, 1 scoop of pea protein with water, and this was usually before my workout. And then after my workout I had also another protein shake, 1 scoop as well. This time was whey protein, and it was also with 2 rounded scoops of the brain chain amino acids, and I could have also 1 cup of berries or half banana with the shake or separate. This was my post-workout. And after that, after around 2 hours, I could eat breakfast. And breakfast looks like this. For example, 6 egg whites, 1.5 spoons of sour cream. That was my choice of good fats. Can be sometimes butter, avocado, or olive oils, nuts, and a specific portion. So for the sour cream was 1.5 tablespoons. I had to choose 1 portion of carbs. For me, I always loved fruits in the morning, so I chose 1 orange and 1 cup of veggies. I mixed here spinach, bell pepper, cucumbers, and 2 cherry tomatoes. So this was my breakfast. Now, I'm not going to tell you the calories exactly because I don't think it's important. I think what is important is for you to understand and see how much I actually ate, even if my goal was to, you know, lose body fat and look like a Victoria's Secret model. There's still a lot of volume of food, and are the, you know, proper types of food that are important in every kind of nutritional program if you want to be healthy, and especially if you want to lose body fat. Then for lunch, my choice of 1 cup of veggies were green beans, 120 grams of grilled chicken or grilled turkey, and 50 grams of butternut squash. And this time the oil, good fat that I chose were almonds. So my portion was 9 almonds. This was lunch. As you can see, again, it's quite a lot of food because it's very important in order to not feel hungry to have a lot of fiber, which comes from the veggies. So I really think that it is a very healthy approach to lose body fat, and I really love that when it comes, you know, to Dr. Charles Passler's approach. So I learned a lot of things that I actually put into practice always, even now 10 years later. And also, well, I don't have his bars, but you can, I think, still order them on his website if you are in the US. I'm gonna link in the description of this video as well their websites, so Dr. Charles Passler's and also Michael Olajide Jr.'s website, where you can, you know, find out their details and their contact details if you want to try your own, you know, personalized diet and workouts like a superstar. Then, you know, you have here all the resources and information that you need. So yeah, another thing that I would have is half protein bar as a snack, half after lunch, half before dinner, which I loved. Was my, you know, my little favorite time of the day when I had this protein bar. And as I told you, there were the brands that I actually really loved, which was actually, you know, Dr. Passler's brand. It's called Pure Change. This is how they look. Well, I'm not 100% sure if it's still the same name or brand, if he still produces this, but yeah, if you have a look at his website that I'm gonna post, I'm gonna link in the description of this video, you can have a look and see if you find this, and if not, something similar. As I told you, this time I got this protein bar that has 20 grams of protein and around 215 calories, which is good. Then for dinner was my no carb dinner, which I chose this time as protein cottage cheese, 170 grams of cottage cheese, good fats, were 9 olives, but because they're very big I put only 5, and 1 cup of veggies, salad with red bell pepper, which is also really tasty in my opinion. I love it. And then important, before going to sleep, in order, you know, to keep the muscles, the pretty muscles there, and have that, you know, beautiful abs definition for the Victoria's Secret models, I had to drink another half scoop of the pea protein. And this is how one day eating like a Victoria's Secret model looked like. Of course, as I said, the fats, carbs and protein sources can be changed for each meal each day. However, for me, almost every day for breakfast I would have egg whites. I love them. One portion was 6 egg whites. Then for lunch, always almost 120 grams of turkey breast, grilled or chicken breast, or 5 ounces or around 150 grams of fish. However, fish that is not very oily, so not salmon. Maybe once a week, yeah, you can also have salmon. And for dinner, that was the thing that I had no carbs. You will see in the next videos the comparison between this Victoria's Secret model diet and the diet of a fit model athlete, so bodybuilding athlete. And if I still eat this kind of diet right now, or I changed a little bit. So I can tell you already that yes, some things I still keep the same. However, I introduced a little bit more carbs right now, that you're gonna see in a different video. So now that we're done with the food, we're gonna go to the exercise part. So stay with me right now to find out what kind of exercises did I do for 30 days in New York to work out exactly like, you know, Adriana Lima was doing in 2010, 11, 12, 13 till 16 to look amazing on the runway and in the magazines. If you have a better visual representation, this is one day of eating like a Victoria's Secret model. So to recap, the breakfast, it has carbs, protein and good fats. I had 6 egg whites and 1.5 tablespoons of sour cream or 10% Greek yogurt, some veggies, 1 cup of veggies, and my choice of carbs was 1 orange. Then for lunch, 120 grams of grilled chicken breast, 1 cup of green beans, 50 grams of butternut squash. For dinner, 170 grams of cottage cheese, salad, which was like 1 cup, green salad with red bell peppers. Sometimes I like to put also cucumbers, and my choice of good fats were 5 very big olives. Usually it's like sometimes 9 olives if they're smaller. And as you can see, for dinner, no carbs. And then the snacks that I had, 2 protein shakes, 1 before my workout, 1 after my workout, 1 protein bar that I split it into half, and I had 1 after lunch and 1 before dinner. I also had 1 cup of berries, and before going to sleep, more protein, half scoop of the pea protein shake. So yeah, this is how eating like a Victoria's Secret model for myself looked like. This is breakfast, lunch, dinner, again repeating, no carbs for dinner, and then the snacks, protein shakes, protein bar, and the berries. Now when it comes to the workout, was super high intensity training. I chose the trainer that Adriana Lima trained with when she got in her best shape after giving birth, Michael Olajide Jr. Amazing trainer. He's an ex-professional boxer and has his own method of training, which is a mix of like shadow boxing, jump rope. So I used to use these 0.5 kgs dumbbells. Although he had at the gym even like 2.5 kgs, I really did not want to use those weights because I considered them too heavy, and that time I really did not want to build any kind of muscle. I know, I was a weirdo. Then the second thing that we are using is the jump rope. I love it. This is actually from Michael Olajide Jr. I think you can also order it. I'm gonna link in the description of the video the website of Michael Olajide Jr. where you can, I think, still do online workouts with him, from him, and you can buy the amazing jump rope. And also we used to do a lot of things with this resistance band that we were using it both for upper body, a lot of good things that I learned and still use, for lower body, for abs, for legs, for glutes. All these exercises amazing. The only thing is that I decided to kind of take it to the extreme level, and I was going 2.5–3 hours in the morning and 2.5–3 hours in the afternoon, because let me tell you something, Michael is like a super high performance elite trainer, and I think he wants everyone in his class to be the same, because the amount of calories, the amount of intensity that his classes, the amount of calories you burn, and the amount of intensity that his classes are at are just another level. You definitely need to experience that. And imagine that if I would burn, let's say, the minimum of 500 calories per hour, that means that I would burn per day 2,500 to 3,000 calories, and I would eat only around 1,200, 1,500. I mean, that's definitely something that will make you lose a lot of weight in a short period of time. And I have to mention that both Dr. Passler and Michael told me that that's a little bit too much. Maybe I should, you know, resume to 2 hours. But no, for me that time was like no pain, no gain. I had to suffer in order to see the results, and definitely, yeah, I definitely seen the amazing results. I think I showed you, I mean, you saw the picture in the description of the video. So look, probably these were around 6 kgs between these two pictures, 30 days in between. Here my hips were 98 centimeters and here were 89. So yeah, this is really crazy transformation. My abs were super visible. I looked amazing, and like this was only in 30 days. I lost definitely a lot of fat. However, because I was so strict, I also lost my period. It was the first time that I didn't have a period for 1 month, because obviously it was a lot of stress for my body, exercising so much and eating so little for the amount of exercise that I was doing. So that I would definitely not recommend. I would highly recommend to work out with Michael Olajide Jr., to follow Dr. Passler's nutritional advice for your goals and needs. That for sure I would recommend. However, obviously long term, following these type of exercises, like 6 hours of super high intensity, basically cardio, and the diet lower than 1500 calories is definitely not sustainable. And even though, yeah, for short term I saw amazing results, afterwards, of course, that I put on weight quite fast because I could not sustain that, eating that little and exercising so much. And yeah, that's the thing that I want to share with you, because sometimes you see these girls that are naturally skinny, and you have to understand that for them, they don't need to exercise 6 hours per day. Maybe they had the same diet, however they exercised 1 hour, 2 hours maximum. So yeah, I'm gonna show you visually to see the type of exercises that I used to do for 6 hours almost per day, and then I will come back to you to share with you the benefits that I had from doing this 30 days diet and workout with one of the most amazing health and fitness specialists, Dr. Passler as my nutritionist, Dr. Charles Passler, and then Michael Olajide Jr. As my trainer for 1 month at his gym that time in New York. So stay tuned to see right now the workouts I have posted actually on my YouTube, Chris Happy Healthy Lifestyle. You can see, you know, a lot of the workouts that I used to do. So it was, this is actually me, and this is Adriana Lima. So you can see how intense the jump rope was, and I will show you also the shadow boxing. Look, this is me pretending I'm a Victoria's Secret model in Ibiza, I think it was. I got those wings from the Chinese shop. Really good, right? Such fun times. I did even, you know, a photo shoot with a friend. Look at this. I'll definitely be a good Victoria's Secret model. I'm up for it even now. I'm turning 40 this year, so who knows? Maybe I'll manifest it now, 10 years later. Yeah, and also the workouts were basically some kind of mix of, as you can see, shadow boxing, using that Pilates band, and doing a lot of turns for the waist, the steps side to side. Basically imagine doing all this plus jump rope plus other amazing but high intensity things around 5-6 hours per day. Of course, you're gonna lose a lot of fat and burn a lot of calories, and of course it's gonna be quite tough on your body and mind as well, but definitely was an experience that really showed me that if I put my mind to something, and you know, I stick with a routine, with the program, and I believe in myself, anything is possible. So I'm very proud of myself, and because I did this 30 days of diet and workout like a Victoria's Secret model. Definitely had a great positive impact on my life and on my confidence, 100%. Also, another thing that we used to use a lot during the workouts were these gliders, sliders, however you want to call them, for legs, abs, and definitely were extremely efficient. So yeah, combining all these kind of exercises with the jump rope, with the shadow boxing, punches. Maybe I'll show you now a video doing shadow boxing on a terrace in New York after the class, because I was so into it. Then even outside, you know, the classes, I still wanted to do these kind of exercises and rehearse all the little choreographies and things, you know, that we were doing in the class. I was really into this workout, and I absolutely loved it. Like, for me, it was not a sacrifice or a punishment. On the contrary, I absolutely enjoyed it so much. Now you can see how obsessed I was with the jump rope, that this was, I think, in 2019 in Jeddah, where I had my first job as a VIP PT, and I was wearing this outfit. And I didn't care. I would still use my aerospace jump rope and do all these kind of things because I absolutely love this, and this was like my signature thing as a personal trainer. So yeah, I'm very grateful and thankful to Michael Olajide Jr. and everything that I learned from training like a Victoria's Secret angel. Again, me, when climbing Kilimanjaro, I took my jump rope. So yeah, I think you can tell that I absolutely love the workout and the jump rope specifically. And also a few years later, when I was in Dubai, I also tried the workout with Justin Gelban. It was an interesting experience. However, I loved better the high intensity workouts, and for my body, I needed that in order to shred the fat. But yeah, I did try more Victoria's Secret models trainers to learn from the best. So this is me and Justin Gelban in Dubai, which was Candid Swen, you know, the pretty one from Victoria's Secret model. Well, they're all pretty. And this is me and Michael Olajide Jr. in New York. And this is to see a little bit, because people are like, oh no, but you're so skinny naturally. I'm like, no, if I don't work out a lot and take care of what I eat, probably this is me. A little bit chubbier. And as you can see, I used to have kind of like a pear shape, so I had very small upper body and wider hips, which that time I didn't like, and that's why now I worked on widening a little bit my back, and now in 2026 I do have the 90-60-90 measurements. So yeah, to see how dedicated I was and how much I love this workout, this was me in 2017. After the classes, I was still kind of like rehearsing and trying to remember the punches, kind of like choreography that we learned during that class. And yeah, I absolutely loved it. Like the 2-3 hours in the morning weren't enough for me. I needed to exercise a little bit more in between the classes that I was taking, because I really enjoyed it so much. So now that you've seen the type of workouts that I did during these 30 days of diet and workout like a Victoria's Secret model, really going to New York and training with the best of the best, with the people that actually trained Adriana Lima and the nutritionist that she actually went to. And fun fact, I even actually went to the agency that represented Adriana Lima at that time, the Society New York. And guess what? Like, they didn't think that I am actually, you know, a fit for their agency at the time. You know what, as Ryan Serkin says, it's their loss. But that taught me also that, okay, rejection is nothing, and I didn't really care, and it didn't really make me feel like, oh, I did all this and no one appreciates my work. No, on the contrary, it made me feel like I'm so happy and excited that I had the opportunity to do all this. I'm so proud of myself that I followed through, and I'm so happy that I still appreciate myself and everything, and I know my worth regardless of what, you know, agencies or other people say or think. So the main takeaways and benefits that I took from these 30 days are: the most important thing for me, that I learned from the best of the best, and it helped me start my career as a personal trainer, and it actually helped me get my first job as a VIP personal trainer full-time for an amazing family in the Middle East, from the Middle East, first in Abu Dhabi, then in Jeddah, then I was in Neom, and then from that another job came through again with an amazing family from the Middle East, however based in Spain, Marbella. So without doing this 30 days diet and workout as a Victoria's Secret model, I don't know if I would have got these jobs, because what people appreciated is that I was different. I was special because I learned from the best people, and I didn't have just the knowledge from the certification as a personal trainer. I brought something special, something different, and I went to learn with the best, and all the information that I got and I've learned, now I could share with them, and they really appreciated that. And my first job as a full-time VIP personal trainer, I got it maybe after a year and a half or 2 years working full-time in the domain, which was very short period of time, to say so. However, people saw in me, you know, that special thing that other trainers didn't have, because they didn't have the openness to learn and the willingness to invest, you know, resources in themselves in order to be different and to give the best to their clients. So super thankful, grateful to Michael Olajide Jr, Adriana Lima, Dr. Charles Passler, because basically they helped me in my own career. Not only that they inspired me, but working with them, learning from them, actually helped me become a better professional myself. And 2 important takeaways from Dr. Charles Passler: always have vegetables with your meals. They keep you full. The fiber is very important in order to feel, you know, full, not have cravings. Veggies and protein. High amount of protein, 2 grams per kilogram minimum per day, in order to have that toned, sculpted physique. And something that is not related to nutrition but is very important, I learned from Dr. Passler, is that it's extremely important to sleep well. And sometimes if you have to choose between sleeping and working out, sleeping is number one. A good night's sleep, preferably between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m. It's extremely important in order to feel our best and to look our best. And I remember very well that he used to tell me that I'm a terrible breather. We did this test for breathing, and he suggested for me to do a breathing exercise before going to sleep, which I introduced since then. I have to admit, I'm not doing it really every night, but I use it a lot also with my clients, and also, you know, after exercising or after yoga sessions, the diaphragmatic breathing, 5 times, taking a deep inhale, feeling how the belly rises up, pausing for 1-2 seconds, and then slowly releasing the air, preferably double the amount of time. So slower the inhale, the exhale slower than the inhale. This is really good to calm our nervous system, and it's very efficient to, you know, reduce stress, release cortisol that is in excess and we don't want it, and helps us lose fat, build muscle, feel and look our best. And one of the best things that I learned from Michael Olajide Jr is my jump rope skills that everyone loves. Became kind of like my signature as a personal trainer. Dubai, Ibiza, Spain, everywhere in the world where I work with people, they absolutely love the jump rope, and it's a great workout that is not only, you know, cardio workout, but it's also very good because it involves like all the muscles in our body, and also it's great coordination, so we're working even on our brain. And also I love the shadow boxing and using the slides and resistance bands. So thank you so much for everything that I learned from you. And I think, yeah, the conclusion is that I would definitely recommend you to try some version of this 30 days that I did. Definitely do not do 5-6 hours of exercise, maximum 2. And if you can, definitely hire both Dr. Charles Passler and Michael Olajide Jr as your trainer, nutritionist, to have the experience to work with them, because I can assure you, you're gonna have great benefits and you're gonna be very grateful and thankful that you took this decision. So that's about it for this video. Like, share, subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content. And because I'm gonna do soon another video with diet and workout like a fit model athlete, like a bodybuilding athlete, and then a comparison between diet and workout like a Victoria's Secret model for 1 month, diet and workout like a fit model bodybuilding athlete for years, months, weeks. We'll see. So we see the differences, similarities and differences between these kind of diets and workouts. And you're gonna find out which are better for longevity. I can tell you that right now I love to combine things that I learned from both sides, Victoria's Secret model and fit model athlete. And I believe that when we combine mindfully all the information that we have is when we have best results. Thank you so much for joining me, and see you soon. Best vibes always.